Hey y'all, so I was sitting with my friend and I'm like, you know what? Me and God was having a conversation the other day, and the conversation kind of went like, you know, when you have pretty much went to high places and you've been able to operate within your higher self, meaning you've been able to go to places, you've been able to do things, you've been able to see things, you've been able to buy things the way that you wanted to. I told her, I said, sometimes he brings us back to familiarity so that before we get ready to go into this next huge launch where things are abundant, overflowing, somewhat like the promised land, God wants to ensure that we understand that it's him. And I noticed that between me and my friend that we kind of got a little stagnated and just pretty much stayed roaming around, within our overall hometown areas. And it wasn't because God wasn't going to do it, but it's sort of like the Israelites when it comes to the wilderness. What are you telling yourself when you go back to these places, and how much are you trying to hold yourself accountable? Because see, the God that we serve has already calculated exactly what needs to be done and how you need to do it when you get there and what needs to take place. And if you're there to pick somebody up, how it needs to go, because he does reveal regardless of how he goes about revealing. And so a lot of the times I think we end up being in destruction because we disappear, opposed to being dominant in the position that God has brought us to and being delivered. Come on. And see, the divine timing of what God is going to do, it's not just the fact that he's going to do it. It's the fact that he already wrote it to do it, but you're causing yourself a delay by speaking negatively over your life. I was just telling her, I've been able to be an entrepreneur for all these years and all these things are happening. And then all of a sudden these things, and it's not like it's all of a sudden, but do you understand that God is a God that will suddenly do it? That will suddenly transform, suddenly renew, suddenly do a new thing. Because I've been telling y'all, he comes like a thief in the night, swift wind, quickly. Have you ever been sitting up under a ceiling fan on a hot day and how quick that wind just, it hits you so fast, it about knocks the air out of you? God says that I can do just that thing. But do you trust me enough to know that the high place that I took you to, when I was providing and you didn't have to do a thing, do you understand that somewhat of those qualities were of me? Your faith determined what was going to take place, and because you were at this high place, you were happy, you were excited. I was able to do that. And see, that's why they like to strip away your imagination. When you're in kindergarten and when you're a child, you're able to imagine, you're able to see things, you're able to dream, you're able to manifest, you're able to speak it. But see, when we start getting into these systems and we get so wrapped up in the things that people are trying to tell us that we're not, and we're going based off of people saying that they don't like this nationality and they don't like, but the division and the dividing is what's keeping you from the divine. That's what's keeping you destroyed. It's keeping you from getting deposits because God already ordained it to you. So I just ask that you sit with yourself on today and ask questions, ask that journal question. What is it that was causing a distraction between me and you, Lord, when I was just at a good place? And was it of you, and what season am I in? And I guarantee you at that moment, God will open up doors. I'm actually doing it myself. I wrote down the same questions, but I need you guys to know that we are wonderfully, beautifully made. And there's not anything in this world that can destruct us if we dwell in the Lord and understand his ways and not our own. All right, y'all have a good day. Love y'all.